The scream of sirens shattered the quiet of our cul-de-sac, red and blue lights painting the dusk in chaos. Karen, our HOA president, stood on our lawn, her phone clutched like a weapon, screeching into it. "She's breaking the rules. Arrest her." My wife, Lena, stood frozen on our porch, her face a mix of disbelief and fury. Neighbors peeked from windows, drawn to the spectacle. Karen's latest crusade? Lena hadn't ordered takeout from the HOA-approved restaurant for our block's monthly dinner. It was absurd, but Karen had called 911, claiming Lena's defiance was a public disturbance. My heart pounded as I rushed home from work, arriving to see Lena, 7 months pregnant, trembling under Karen's tirade. This wasn't just petty, it was personal. Lena had never bowed to Karen's reign of terror. When Karen demanded we repaint our mailbox to match the HOA's aesthetic, Lena politely refused, citing the bylaws. When Karen tried fining us for our dog's bark, Lena presented city ordinances proving we were compliant. Each time, Karen's face twisted with rage, her power challenged by Lena's quiet strength. Now, Karen had escalated, weaponizing the police. But Lena wasn't backing down. "Karen," she said, voice steady, "this is harassment. You're abusing your position." Karen scoffed, tossing her bleach blonde hair. "I'm protecting our community." The officers, looking skeptical, asked Lena for her side. She explained the HOA's bizarre food ordering rule wasn't in any official document. I handed them our copy of the bylaws, my hands shaking with anger. The truth was clear. Karen had lied. Then came the twist, a soft voice from the crowd. Mrs. Nguyen, our shy, elderly neighbor, stepped forward, her hands trembling but her eyes fierce. "I recorded it," she said, holding up her phone. The video showed Karen earlier that day, cornering Lena at the mailbox, hissing, "If you don't comply, I'll make your life hell." Gasps rippled through the neighbors. Mrs. Nguyen, always silent at HOA meetings, had captured Karen's vendetta. The officers' faces hardened. They turned to Karen, asking why she'd fabricated the disturbance. Her smugness faltered, her eyes darting. It's for the community's good," she stammered. But the video didn't lie. Lena's defiance had exposed Karen's abuse of power, and Mrs. Nguyen's courage amplified it. The confrontation was no longer just ours, it was the neighborhood's. Karen's unraveling was swift and brutal. The officers pressed her on the false report, citing penalties for misusing 911. Her voice rose, shrill and desperate. "You can't arrest me. I'm the HOA president." But the cuffs clicked, her protests drowned by the crowd's murmurs. Neighbors who'd cowered under her rule now whispered their own grievances. Fines for untrimmed hedges, threats over holiday decorations. Karen's empire of control crumbled as the police led her away, her demands for respect echoing hollowly. Lena, still on the porch, touched her belly, tears of relief mixing with exhaustion. I wrapped my arms around her, whispering, "You did it." But it wasn't just Lena. Mrs. Nguyen's bravery, the neighbors' silent support, it was a collective stand against tyranny. As the police car vanished, the cul-de-sac exhaled. Neighbors lingered, sharing stories of Karen's overreach, their voices free for the first time. Lena spoke up, her words soft but powerful. "We're stronger than one person's control. Let's rewrite these rules together." Applause broke out, tentative at first, then bold. The HOA would change, not because of fear, but because of unity. Lena and I later learned Karen faced charges for filing a false report, her HOA presidency stripped. Her house went up for sale weeks later, a quiet admission of defeat. Our daughter was born into a neighborhood no longer ruled by petty dictators, a place where courage had triumphed. Standing up to Karen wasn't just about winning, it was about reclaiming our home, our peace, our community. What do you think? Was Lena right to stand her ground, or should she have played along to avoid the drama? Share your thoughts on who was in the right or wrong.